before we start, I'm going to just have my recap real quick because the NFL publisher is a piece of shit. Boy, oh boy, when I look at the league results this week, all I see is ass fucking, butt raping, and illegal sex. Let's break all this Asian orgy porno down in this week's recap. Poor Autumn, getting fucked again. After being raped by Zach and peeped on by Kyle, Autumn got slammed again, this time by Tyler, 121-97. Aaron Rodgers, Duke Johnson, and Todd Gurley assisted in Tyler's orgy with Autumn. Even some of Autumn's players, like Paul Perkins and Marquise Lee, turned on Autumn and began to fuck her. This game was filled with a lot of cum, to say the least. The ass fuck of the week came in the form of Ross's big juicy whopper dick slamming into Patrick's little burger buns, 143-75. Ross's whole team, except for his running backs, gave Ross the stamina needed to fuck Patrick until the end. Downtown Brown and Matt Ryan helped lead to this brutal ass fuck. But the ass rape of the week comes in the form of Ryan's big black cock ramming into Zach's beautiful personality, 156-84. Ryan's whole team, minus Amari KK Cooper, had double digits, while Zach only hit double digits with Stafford, barely, some fuckstick from Ohio State, named Ezekiel Elliott, and his goddamn kicker. Don't worry, Zach. Your backs will be ready in time for your big showdown with Brian. But don't worry, guys. Only 2 more ass rapes to go through. Heather, with a big purple dildo, raped Luke 138-106. The GOAT Tim Brody, Kendrick Lamar Miller, and Le'Veon Bell basically beat Luke by themselves. Luke's receivers really tied him up this week, which then let Heather torture Luke in a very kinky sexual way. Let's see. Kyle was also penetrated by Brian's dick by a score of 144-106. Since Russell Wilson saved his virginity for marriage, he has been a sex machine. He saw Kyle's big forehead and took aim, jizzing all over his forehead for 31 points. Nelson also lit up Kyle's asshole for 23 points. Fournette did all he could to take the blows of sperm, but it just wasn't enough for Kyle to swim out of. And finally, the matchup of the week. It was me and John, who has since renamed his team to Porta John in honor of how much his team smells like shit. I won 143-120, mostly thanks to John's stellar decision-making by leaving Winston and Powell on his bench. John's bench only scored 10 less points than his entire starting lineup. At least you've got some decent depth, John. Thanks for listening to this profanity-laced recap, but it wouldn't have been filled with profanity if you guys got laid every once in a while and didn't resort to raping each other. And now, let's begin. Fantasy Sports Teams Go! Do-do-do-do-do-do! That's right. We are back with another Fantasy Sports Teams Go podcast.
Episode 3.
Episode 3. Brian Stavola to my left. Ryan Van Newkirk to my right.
How's it going?
Yes, we are all doing fantastic. Once my phone starts loading here, we can begin the previewing for this week. If you guys loaded already, we can just start with whatever you guys
go
got.
with the first game on my list?
Sure. Yeah, what do we
first game
got?
on my list, I believe, is Forte Shades of Grey and Galladay Inn, the Walled Lake matchup, I believe.
Huh.
Right?
Hey.
Kyle and Tyler.
Yeah. Hey, I just logged in for the first time since I won, and it says, you won a Week 4 matchup. That's gotta feel good. And you probably can't see that because of all the light, but it's a Kentucky Fried Chicken ad. NFL.com sold out.
Yours was a KFC ad?
Yeah.
Mine was a Daycro Nightclub.
Oh, they totally sold out.
I had a Daycro ad.
Those bastards.
I thought it was crazy for them being the sponsor.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so Forte Shades of Grey and Galladay Inn. Okay. Well, we all knew that Aaron Rodgers was going to kick ass on Thursday, and he kicked ass on Thursday.
Yep.
But now he's got Dallas, and it's at Dallas on Sunday, which is probably going to be the Fox game of the week. And then Kyle's going to have to do something with Mariota because I'm not sure if he's playing or not.
Yeah, he's going to be questionable heading into the game.
I
Probably
think it's Carson Wentz.
Yeah, Wentz is a good option as a backup.
And who are they playing? Arizona? Oh, yeah.
They haven't been great.
Yeah.
They've been all right.
That's a pretty good option, but... Yeah, I mean, Dallas' defense didn't look too good against the Rams on Sunday. So, and that was at Dallas, too. So, Aaron Rodgers is definitely capable of doing
I still
the
think
same.
Aaron Rodgers will have a really good game, regardless of it being at Dallas.
Yeah. Brian?
I mean, I agree. I think, if I'm comparing quarterbacks here, obviously Rodgers is the better of the, Aaron Rodgers probably put up more points than Mariota and Wentz.
Combined.
Maybe not combined, but I don't think like if if Mariota was even healthy and like he had to pick between the two, Rodgers would still put up more than either of them is going to put up this upcoming week.
Yeah.
It
Even-
sucks because like Miami's been sucking ass.
Yeah, even if Mariota does play, he's probably going to have his like play design limited. Like he probably won't make them do many running plays.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they should kick Miami's ass because Miami's been awful.
Yeah, they've been.
So they shouldn't
they've
have
been
to.
horrible.
They should just be able to hand it off to their two good backs and win a nice easy game.
What do we think about the running backs? Duke Johnson had another good game for Tyler last week.
And Duke
I mean,
Johnson,
mainly receiving.
Duke
still,
Johnson,
but-
he's basically a receiver out of the backfield. That's all he does. But that's what gets you points, right? Like
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't be mad about Duke Johnson.
Duke Johnson's going to consistently put up tons of catches every single week because that team is always going to be down early. They're going to get pushed out of their play calling game, which is why Isaiah Crowell's like in rough shape right now. That's why he's not getting many carries.
Sucks.
No, it's rough for him, but Duke Johnson's making the most out of it.
He definitely is.
Gurley's been amazing too.
Gurley's been.
Gurley's
He's
been the
been a
best back in the league.
revelation. Yeah.
He's been the best back in the league this year, I think.
But on the other side, we got probably.
I would agree.
Probably.
Would you agree? I mean, you
I
have
mean,
Hunt.
yeah.
Hunt Spence the other guy that's right there.
I think
Yeah, that's a
I
good
think of I don't know if it's in our league, but I know in standard fantasy leagues that the top two players outside of quarterbacks are Hunt and Gurley.
I mean, they're destroying.
So
Yeah.
there could be possibly in the Hunt win the later round. There's probably some team out there that has Gurley and Hunt as their running
That's
backs,
insane.
and they're just
That's
like
nuts.
That
they're
would be
taking
nuts.
the entire league. But I mean, I'm gonna say if you're comparing them, I think Tyler has the better running backs, and for this week, I still think the Jets really aren't that great. I think
Mm-hmm.
Duke Johnson's gonna get his floor has to be like 10 points. I feel like he's guaranteed
Yeah.
like 10 points. Gurley, Seattle hasn't really been crazy good.
No.
Gurley and they're using Gurley in crazy ways in that offense.
He's done so well catching the ball out of the backfield this
That
year.
receiving touchdown he had was.
Oh,
It was
sick.
dope.
It was real nice.
Yeah, and that block at the end there.
Oh, it just
that
lit
was.
him up. That was sweet.
that was really sweet. But for Kyle, I know that he's had some problems with Jay Ajayi. He's been pretty bad. But Fournette, he's got a touchdown in every game so far. this
Fournette
year.
has been really, really good, really
Yeah.
consistent.
Yeah, he's been really good. I traded for Fournette in my league, in one of my other leagues 2 weeks ago, and
Yeah.
he's been great. I traded McCoy and I got Fournette. That was
Oh
a
yeah,
good
you
trade.
told me about that.
Yeah, the guy.
Yeah.
So Fournette's been, he's probably gonna be the second best rookie running back. I mean, unless Kareem Hunt just falls
Yeah,
down.
definitely now
Yeah.
that Cook's gone.
Yeah, now that Cook's gone.
He's for sure second.
Yeah.
Cook was the only one challenging it, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, Fournette's got 21 points, 14 points, 17 points, 24 points. That's been
Yeah.
week 1 through week 4.
Yeah, that's
so
really
that's about as consistent as it can really get.
The usage he gets, too. You hand him the
Oh,
ball
yeah.
so many times a game.
Yeah. So wide receivers, well, Tyler's gonna have to make some adjustments. 'cause
Tyler's got a
Julio-
lot of buys this
He
week.
does have a lot of buys. He's got Julio, Coleman, Jordan Reed. He's got
Fowler and the Broncos D on his bench.
Yeah, that's definitely some. He's got some problems with bye week this week.
Especially at receiver. I mean, if
Yeah.
you look at the receivers he's
Well,
got
he's got
to put
2
in,
buys and
he's got to fill 2 spots, and he's got one
he's
player.
got 1 receiver to put in. Yeah.
He's going to have to make a pickup of some sort.
Tyler, if you're watching this, I feel like you don't do waiver picks and you kind of just wait until the day of games to pick up your receivers. That might not be a good option this week.
Hey,
I mean, I got a few receivers that if you want one, just offer a trade. But
Gurley.
yeah, basically, he told me earlier in the year that Todd Gurley's off limits, which is fair. So, but I think regardless,
I mean, he is winning in his flex though, so I mean, I guess
That'll-
he can put that in his tight end spot. He doesn't have to worry about that.
yeah, he
Yeah.
won't have to worry about that. But he
With
would
Cook
he'd
being-
probably put Jerick McKinnon in a flex or maybe Blunt.
I would
Because
say
McKinnon's going to get more carries and touches now that Dalvin Cook's gone for the year.
probably definitely get more catches.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, we can agree that when it comes to the receivers, that Kyle
Oh, yeah.
has the better.
Kyle has the clear advantage.
This week, he has the clear advantage at receiver.
I think regardless, he may have the clear advantage.
Yes,
I mean,
yeah.
Julio's
I think the
one-
only one that Tyler has is better is Julio.
Yeah. But overall, yeah, I would say so. AJ Green, Buffalo's defense has been pretty good.
They stopped the Falcons.
They limited the Falcons last week. And I know that Julio was hurt, and who's the other one? Mohamed Sanu. He was injured.
Yeah, he got hurt in the game, yeah.
Taylor Gabriel didn't have a single catch last week. So, I don't know. And it's not like Cincinnati's offense is any good. Andy Dalton's not that good.
Yeah.
So, A.J. Green may be in for not very many
It's going to
points
be a
this
really
week.
weird game. Buffalo's playing well, but you don't expect Buffalo to keep it up, do you? Like, you don't think Buffalo, oh yeah, they're going to be 4-1. That'd be interesting.
That'd be fucking crazy. If you would tell me that Buffalo's in as good a shape if they are, and like the Giants are not, like I'd be kind of surprised by
I
that.
have a theory.
I'd
about
say
the-
you're crazy.
I have a theory about the Giants, but I'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pretty excited to hear that.
Guys, all right. Whenever I hear Taylor Gabriel's name, I always imagine him as being like a Christian rock band member. It sounds like, it sounds like like he's like singing, like he could be like doing the gospel somewhere, like doing.
Oh, God is an awesome God.
Taylor
Yeah.
Gabriel would totally do that. It sounds
I can
like
see it.
a Catholic name.
It does. Just Taylor in general. Just sounds like it. But Gabriel, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
he got the double.
And Taylor Gabriel
There's a nice ring to it.
does. So who wins and why?
I'll go.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna go with Kyle. I know Mariota being out hurts a little bit, but I think Wentz is gonna have a decent game. I think Rodgers and Gurley are the only two real big threats this week for Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they'll still have good games. I think Kyle can outscore them with Fournette having a decent game.
Yeah.
I think Ajayi might bounce back a little bit. I think he'll get a touchdown, and I think AJ Green will have a good game also.
Yeah, I'm going to say Kyle, too. I think the buys are just a little too much for Tyler right now.
Mhm.
And if he's not able to get those waiver wire picks, like what Brian was saying earlier, it's probably going to be a little bit of a rough week for him.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I mean, the buys are way too
They're
hard. to
stacking
overcome.
up.
There's like
He's got 5 buys.
I don't know if you like did that on purpose, like knowing like, hey, like I'll just take an L on this week. But I mean,
Nah, you
afterwards,
probably didn't notice.
afterwards, I guess you're good. But like the buys are too much for you to overcome at this point.
Yeah.
Like this is gonna hurt you, and I
Mhm.
think Kyle's gonna get the win.
I mean, the only receiver in there right now is Travis Benjamin.
What is Travis
I mean, he's
Benjamin
been
this
all right,
year?
but not like fantastic by
You
any
want
means.
that to be your best receiver?
No,
going
not at
into a
all.
matchup?
No.
That, I
Not
would
at
want
all.
him as maybe a flex option or a third receiver. You know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, is that what his third option really is right now?
I mean,
or?
he has Coleman.
Coleman
also,
and
and Cole Beasley.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, well, have fun this week, Tyler. It's probably not going to be
Oh, sweet.
fun.
No porn issues, Brian. There
Oh.
we go.
I use it on my phone, dude. Why would I use
The
this
scan
laptop?
just went through, and
Oh,
no
good.
viruses here. We're
okay.
good.
All right, excellent. Moving on to probably next week's butt fuck of the week, and that's Ryan against Autumn.
I don't know if you've looked at the stuff yet.
I don't know what stuff.
My running back situation.
You're hurting now, man.
I currently have
Oh, you
0
got-
running backs for next week
Oh,
that
boy.
are actual starters. So this was the absolute worst time
This-
Cook could have
okay.
gotten hurt for me.
For the people that can't see this right now, Freeman's on a bye, Dalvin Cook's out for the year, Rob Kelly's on a bye, and Jaquez Rogers is now the backup now that Doug Martin's back. But I don't think Doug Martin's going to get as much work this week as you
Because
might
it's
think.
Thursday
Just
night,
because it's Thursday
like-
night and it's his first game back. Like
I can
with,
see him
with an actual
still getting
NFL.
like the majority of stuff for one more week.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't allowed to practice with the team though, right? That's during the suspension, so he hasn't practiced with the team like at all.
Yeah, I think Jaquez will be a pretty good, or not
Not a great play,
a decent option.
but I think he'll still maintain majority for 1 week.
Yeah,
at least.
I
At
think
least you
so
get
as well.
Drew Brees on a bye. But
That's nice.
You
That
also
is
do
nice.
go up against quite possibly the best quarterback in the NFL right now, which is
The
Alex
MVP.
Smith.
I'm telling you, Alex
MVP.
Smith is MVP, guys. Said it since before week 1.
So, besides the running back spot, I don't know, man. You've got one running back, but Autumn's got 2 running backs, and both of them have not been playing very well. So you may have the advantage at running back. Paul Perkins is complete garbage and doesn't deserve to be on any fantasy roster.
Play Bernard.
And seriously,
Gio Bernard has been good.
I would play Marshawn Lynch over him. And Marshawn hasn't been good by any means, but
The last 2 weeks for them have been really tough.
I don't see it getting better, in all honesty.
Because of Carr getting hurt? Or-
Carr getting hurt, and
If
plus,
Carr wasn't hurt, do you think it would get better?
they're playing the Ravens this week, and then they're playing.
I mean, the Ravens
The
just got
Chargers.
ran all over.
The Ravens are not a good team. They're
I
not.
don't know. We have
think
to see, but I mean, maybe the Redskins defense actually looked pretty good on Monday Night Football, so they didn't look terrible.
No, they weren't bad.
They definitely took a hit when Norman got hurt, though.
Norman laid out Kelsey. on
Norman
that
is
hit.
so
That was
good.
sick.
Norman is seriously such a good cornerback.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is.
He's probably, in my opinion, he's the best cornerback. Maybe Harris is the other one I would consider number one
Okay.
from Denver. I think those two are the best corners in the league.
There's our bold prediction of the week.
Bold prediction of just saying
bold
who's better.
predict-
There's no prediction involved at all.
There's our bold thought of the
bold
week.
thought of the week. I'll
Yeah.
hit you with all the bold thoughts you want.
Wide receivers,
Yeah.
Beckham against the Chargers and Deshaun against New England, who's had horrible defense.
Yeah, they've given up
Those
a
are
ton.
some pretty good matchups. Marquise Lee, I don't give a fuck who he's playing against. He's not all that great. But on the other side, see DeAndre is,
DeAndre's
been
the
good.
most targeted receiver.
He's been great.
He's
honestly.
been good, yeah.
I mean, Watson loves throwing to him. I think he's third in receiver points right now.
Oh, really?
He just had a crazy good game, and his other games have been really good too.
Yeah. And then, Devontae is getting a lot of targets at least from Jay Cutler. So
as long
it's
as
not-
they're losing, like he'll get garbage catches. I mean, it's
That's why I love
points,
him.
right?
Yeah, garbage points are still points.
You never spelled Cooper?
Yeah.
No, I mean, because of the quarterback injury, yes. But if not for Carr getting injured, I would not be nervous about it. He's just faced my top two cornerbacks back-to-back weeks.
Yeah.
That's, I think, a lot of the reason that they struggled. I mean, even Crabtree struggled the first week because Norman was splitting time with them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think you have the better receivers. I think Deshaun Jackson's probably going to catch a bomb.
I can
New
see
England.
it.
New England's been getting caught deep pretty frequent recently.
Yeah, they haven't been really that
Yeah,
great.
Cam Newton will come up. And he has been...
I know, right?
Yeah, the week that you
the
bench him.
one week I don't play Cam Newton, he goes
Yeah.
for 40 on my bench. He's gotten like 10 every other week.
Luckily, you didn't need it, though.
Could you imagine if I did play him? I'd have beat Zach by almost 100.
Yeah, you would have really butt-fucked him then.
Damn.
My God. But yeah, so... Alright, tight end. Kelsey hasn't been great,
I
but
mean, he has
he's
another
been-
great game less past.
Well, yeah.
He was so open every single play.
He had one bad game where he had one catch for 1 yard, and it was in between two 100-yard, one touchdown games.
I feel like Andy Reid forgets that he's on the team. Like that sometimes that happened last year. Like they're like, it was like at the middle of the year. Like they're like, you just forgot Travis Kelce was on his team, and then he was like, oh shoot, like.
And then when he realizes and they call plays for him, he produces.
Yeah.
I still think he's a great tight end and a great matchup most weeks.
Yeah.
I'd
I mean,
say
right
it's a
now
good
he's
matchup
probably
this week.
number one tight end in the league. Like, I mean, Gronk obviously is going to be Gronk.
If I had to choose
Yeah.
who I would want on my team, I would choose Kelsey over Gronk just because I think he's less likely to get hurt for a long time.
I would
I
agree
can see
with that.
Yeah, definitely. But Jimmy Graham, he's been definitely not as good as Kelsey, but he's been all right.
He's been showing
He's
up.
had some good. He's got back-to-back pretty good weeks.
Yeah, he's been
14 points, 10
He's been
points.
kind of like how he finished last year, pretty much. Like just like a pretty decent, reliable tight end in fantasy.
Yeah, like you know what you're gonna get with Jimmy Graham. All right, who wins? Brian.
It's hard. I do think you're going to win, Ryan. But it's like that running back position is going to be hard to overcome. But I think your receivers is what's going to make the difference, and you're going to win. I have faith that you're going to. I have faith that you're going to figure out something to do with the running back.
We'll see. I'm definitely working on it. I spent probably about 2.5 hours today. Most of you probably got trade offers from me.
I did.
I know both of you guys did.
I did. Yeah. Man, I think this might be really close, but I am going to go with Ryan by a hair.
By a hair?
It's going to be really close.
I think this is like if Autumn was to win her first game, what a perfect way to do it. Like it's written in the stars like to give to her, but I'm still gonna go with me. I'm gonna win this.
That's
week.
confidence.
The NFL projections 88.39 to Ryan. 88.22 to Autumn.
88 points each. That's terrible.
That's the definition of a hair.
That's awful.
That is pretty bad. But that's factoring in your guys' buys and
True,
stuff
true,
as well.
true.
So once you swap
yeah.
that out,
They'll probably be
a little
close to
different.
100 each, honestly.
Probably something like that.
Which is
Yeah.
still pretty bad.
Yeah. Okay, I don't care what you smell versus the electric thought, and that's
me.
Zach versus Brian.
There it is. That's the matchup that Zach's been waiting for.
I know. And,
your running backs better be top notch this week, Zach.
If Montgomery plays.
Yeah, if Montgomery plays, is he supposed to play?
He was like questionable.
honestly, like I hope as like not for fantasy wise, but like for the guy as a person, like he has multiple broken ribs. Like I read somewhere that if he gets like he could like he's in danger of like hurting his organs if he plays. Like if he gets tackled the
Really?
wrong way, like he could hurt his organs.
Well, you especially like at running back, you're gonna take hits to the rib. Like every carry you get, that's where people tackle you.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to see like because Rob Kelly bruised his ribs and he missed a week,
Yeah.
and Ty Montgomery broke his ribs.
And might play?
It might play. Like how does that make sense?
I'm
Doesn't.
honestly thinking it's more of like a bluff. Make him prepare for him just in case. I don't think he's.
I don't think he's gonna play. I have him in my other league. I'm preparing to play. I picked up Alex Collins like right before the game started. I think I might go with him over.
Yeah.
Like Alex Collins isn't good.
Yeah,
but-
I mean, if Montgomery plays, maybe you play him, but I don't know. You'll get to see beforehand, obviously, if he's playing or not. So you don't have to really make that call now, you know.
I mean, but they have 4:00 start, 4:25.
25.
25.
So, yeah. I mean, I guess at that point you can play knowing like okay, how I take it with 4:00 starts. I would much rather have him in my flex or something. That way I could always have like a more high upside guy that I could put
Mhm.
in there just in case.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know.
Collins is also a 4, so.
Yeah. So like,
plays a 4 also, so you get to
Yeah.
kind of see what's going on there.
but that's what I would think. His running backs are definitely really good.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless, yeah.
But with Montgomery being injured, like we don't know, and Murray hasn't really been the greatest. But if there's any game for him to actually do something again,
It's against Miami.
it's against Miami.
Yeah.
So
But also, Zach's got some key buys at receiver.
Yeah, he
He's
does.
got Thomas out.
Thomas and Gabriel,
Gabriel.
and then also Ted Ginn on his bench.
I mean, he's going to have to play probably Decker and Jones or Woods. 2 of those 3.
Woods almost had a touchdown last game. I was watching most of the Rams Cowboys game, and he like dropped it like once he went down, but it was essentially a touchdown if he would have held it. I think if we're looking at quarterbacks, I don't know what to think of what Stafford's gonna do. I think he's gonna throw for 2 touchdowns.
I think he'll have a decent game, actually. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I was pretty spot on with the whole against the Vikings kind of struggling offense type thing.
Yeah.
I figured that would happen.
Me too.
I actually think he's going to do all right against Carolina's D. I mean, they're decent, but I think he'll do better than
I
against
think
the Vikings.
statistically, Carolina's defense was like #1 in the league.
I know they've been pretty good.
So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It's at home. I mean, I think they'd be all right. But Russell Wilson, he finally got you some points last week.
Yeah, this is 2 straight games of him putting up, 2 multiple touchdowns.
Yeah.
But it sucks because the first half of the game he is just absolutely terrible, and then in the second half it's like Pete Carroll just goes, you know what, we're just gonna run out of shotgun.
Yeah.
The entire rest of the game, and Rosenio's gonna have to make the throws. But
Are you gonna play Ellington?
I'm thinking about playing Ellington at this moment. I
You got
don't.
him in your starting lineup right now.
It's hard. Thursday night football is mostly running games, but I just don't trust. I mean, it's hard. Gillislee on that. I think Gillislee has the higher ceiling. With like he could put up, he could have like 2 rushing touchdowns and like 50 yards.
Yeah,
or
I mean,
something.
Gillislee, like the first 2 weeks, looked like he was going to be a touchdown a week kind of guy.
Yeah.
The last 2
Mhm.
weeks, he hasn't done much really, and it's like kind of like, which one is it going to be throughout the rest of the year? You lean towards touchdowns more
Yeah.
because the offense is so good. but-
Yeah.
But Brady is also like just killing. Like he's like throwing bombs.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
throwing
plus
touchdowns.
they always pass a lot when they lose the game before, right? Like,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he put up 5 touchdowns the second week, right?
Yeah, we can all agree that the Patriots are gonna pretty much smoke the Buccaneers.
They should, yeah. I mean, it is that Tampa, but
We'll see.
they still should.
I don't
You don't know about that?
don't
You
know.
gonna go with a bold prediction or something?
Bold
Put it out
prediction.
there.
Tampa Bay wins.
There you go.
Back-to-back losses for
Oh.
the Patriots.
Yep.
Patriots team starting 2-3. That's pretty bold.
I think I have the.
RELAX. Relax.
It's a bold, not douchey.
Yeah, sorry, my inner douche Aaron Rodgers was coming out. On the other side of wide receivers, I mean, Jordy's been as good as any receiver in the league. Doug Baldwin, he's the number one target, so he's going to get at least 10 points a game.
Diggs.
Stephon Diggs has been amazing. I mean, even on a bad week, that for offensively wise, he still put up like 14 against the Lions.
Yeah. And Zach has buys, like Demaryius
That's the thing,
Thomas
yeah.
and the Bible singer Taylor Gabriel is not going to play. I mean, it's Sunday, so.
He just has a bye week every week.
So I guess Decker and Woods, that's what I would do, but I mean, I don't want to give them advice.
Decker and Woods.
I don't know.
How's Decker been? I haven't really been keeping up with him.
He hasn't really done anything.
4, 6, 8,
I mean, well,
3.
also, it could be Decker without Mariota, so I have to look at that too.
Yeah.
I think I have the advantage by receivers.
I think so as well.
Yeah, I think even if they're like he was,
Oh, you
they're
definitely
healthy,
have
I
the-
would.
it's a clear
Yeah,
advantage to
even
wide
when
receiver.
everyone's playing, I think you have the clear
I
advantage
agree.
to receiver.
Yeah, and you've got Ty in your flex going against San Francisco, so that could be some pretty big points right there.
He just
And then-
needs one deep ball. Every game that he has one deep ball touchdown, he kills it. If he doesn't get that deep ball touchdown, it's like it's decent.
Luck's practicing this week, so
You think he'll play?
He's not going to play,
I don't
but
know.
I would think if he's practicing week 4, he should come back
Yeah.
week 6.
Here's Ty's point spread:
6 or 7, yeah, probably.
6 points, 8 points, 31 points, 6 points. That's how Ty's been so far this year.
I think I'm going to roll the dice and see. I mean, San Francisco
I think-
hasn't been anything crazy.
I think you have enough clear-cut points elsewhere that you have the you're able to take the risk with Ty. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like if he breaks out, great. But if he doesn't, you still have Jordy who's going to have a good game.
Yeah, your points
All the
force
rest is gonna
goes
be
a
good.
little-
Jordy has had one game so far this season with underneath 20 points, and that was the game where he left in the opening drive. So,
But that's because he's garbage and underrated or overrated.
Well,
dude had a Charlie horse and decided not to play the rest of the game. Come on.
I actually bribed him.
Yeah,
I'm real close with him. I just don't like to let it on.
Tight end wise, Clay's been really great.
Clay has been good.
That's literally the only receiver on Buffalo. And
Just about. Jordan Matthews got injured, so they're gonna have to throw to Clay all
and
the time.
on the other side, Gates hasn't been that great.
I mean,
He's been
No, he's been mediocre.
Thomas, his other tight end, just You don't really know what you're gonna get with
he has
that.
an advantage at kicker.
I mean,
because you have a bye.
Well, especially if you roll with McManus this week.
Yeah, are you gonna play McManus?
No, I'm probably gonna have to pick up a kicker.
You gonna drop McManus?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop McManus.
Oh, he's gonna be on the waiver wire.
Oh shit!
Oh.
You hear that? Everybody, don't pick up anyone. So you don't want your waiver to change.
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
be able to get McManus on the way out.
Mm-hmm.
Defense, Vikings. What I think is a really good play Monday night
Oh,
against a rookie quarterback. Like we don't know what Trubinsky. Like he looked good in preseason.
The Vikings defense looked good against the Lions.
Yeah.
Like against Stafford and them on Sunday. I mean,
They have a really good defense.
On the flip
they
side,
do.
I
So
also
going against Chicago.
Yeah.
That's gonna
It should be a
that's
good
gonna be
matchup.
points galore.
on the flip side, I also think Chicago's defense might be a good start, like a sneaky start, because with Cook being gone now,
Yeah,
and I would assume it might still be Keenum that would be quarterback.
I think so.
Yeah, I think probably one more week of Keenum. I'm guessing.
Yeah, like that's what I'm thinking. Like I think Monday Night Football this week is going to be pretty ugly to watch.
It's probably gonna be unwatchable, honestly.
It's going to be a pretty bad game.
Can they just switch Thursday night and Monday night? Could you just have the Bears do Thursday night again?
Yeah, it'd be more interesting to watch the Patriots
Tampa Bay and New
Monday
England.
night,
Yeah, I agree.
Who?
Who wins?
Me.
Yeah, you. Yeah. I'm not even gonna explain it. I don't need to explain it.
Brian wins this game.
Okay.
He's got the better matchups across the board.
Yep. All right, moving on. Me against the real Slim Brady. That's my girl Heather.
Okay.
So, speaking of
quarterback.
the Patriots,
Yeah, what are you gonna do this week, Vaughn? Any idea? I mean, you got your injured
I've-
quarterback and a quarterback on bye.
yeah, I've got
Some players you're looking at.
I've got a waiver claim out there,
Figured.
so I'm hoping to get him.
Is it someone that you're confident in?
Fairly confident,
Okay.
fairly, but
It's
yeah,
always
obviously,
it's always tough when you don't have a guy in a position you have to start someone.
I know.
Like that's the position I'm
This is-
at running back.
Yeah,
right
this
now.
is like the worst week that it could have possibly happened with Kirk
Like the
Cousins
same
being on a
thing,
bye. Yeah, worst possible week. But anyways, I mean, Tom Brady's gonna get points.
Oh, yeah. He's gonna kill it.
I'm just gonna. I'll probably send out a text to our group chat admitting defeat after the Thursday game because he's probably the way that Thursday night's been playing out against me this year. Tom Brady's probably gonna get fucking like 60 points. I wouldn't be surprised. So he's obviously going to put up points. Running backs. I mean, Lamar had a good week last week, but everyone had a good week last week on Houston.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be as great this week against Kansas City, but
I don't think so either.
I don't think Miller's game will be that. Like, I think his game will go down a lot in points.
Miller's very dependent on the touchdown as well,
True.
to where he doesn't get many catches out of the backfield, and most of the time he doesn't rush for like insane amount of yards.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's not uncommon to see him put up like 6 to 8 points or something like that, and that be it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Abdullah and Howard, I think, should have standard games. This is back-to-back games for a touchdown with Howard. And
Howard's back, finally.
he's playing
Yeah.
up numbers. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see them. Both of these are like either of them having like great games, but I see them both having pretty good games. Kind of.
I don't think Howard's going to have that good of a game.
I think
just
it'll be decent.
Just because, I mean, I could see him get like a short yardage touchdown, but as far as like yardage goes wise, I think they're going to be down so much that they're going to rely on the passing game more often than not. So I think this is going to be a game that Tariq Cohen gets a lot of catches and a lot of points.
Yeah, I can see that.
So that's just how I think. I think Abdullah could be a decent play, just depending on how his ankle is.
20 carries or something.
Did you see they finally ran him inside?
Yeah, it was
They were
fantastic.
finally calling run plays on the middle, and it was working.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
And then the one drive that he got hurt and they put Theo Riddick in, it was like,
Yeah.
and nothing. They weren't getting shit on that drive. But yes, it was an encouraging sign to see Abdullah get in between the tackles and do stuff
Finally.
like that. And he was getting consistent targets as well from Stafford. So I think he had 3 catches for like 15 yards or something like that. So
I think Bell's going to have a monster
solid.
game.
Yeah, Bell should destroy, honestly. He killed it last week.
Oh, yeah.
Probably, I could see him being even better this week.
Jacksonville let the Jets run all over them. Like,
That's true. Yeah.
Bilal Powell and like.
And what, McGuire is his
Yeah.
name, right? Didn't they combine for like almost 250?
Yeah, probably.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Bell's going to run for 300.
I hope not. Yeah, bold prediction.
Honestly, I wouldn't.
I would go. He's going to rush for over 200. Like.
Damn.
Honestly,
I don't want that to happen.
Honestly, that wouldn't even surprise me. If he
I'm
ran for over
going to
200.
It
bold
wouldn't surprise
prediction.
me
He's
either.
going to rush for over 200 yards.
Do you think they rely on the running game that much, though?
I mean, they have so far. They've ran it more than thrown it every single game this year so far, pretty much.
Have they?
Yeah, they even when he was struggling at the beginning of the year, they were handing the ball to Bell like 20 times.
Oh,
a
it
game
was still a
minimum
lot.
still,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, it was still a lot.
but now that he's finally getting back into the rhythm,
Mm-hmm.
they're just gonna hand it to him away. Say, hey, have fun against Jacksonville.
Go forward.
And plus, you don't really want to pass a whole lot.
backwards.
You don't really want to pass a lot on Jacksonville. They have like 18 sacks in the first 4 weeks of the season.
Really?
It's incredible. Like, you don't want to give their defense an option to get like a strip sack and turn the game around.
Yeah. Wide receivers, I think I have the advantage here.
I
think
agree.
this is definitely the strong suit of my team is wide receiver.
Should have, like I said it with Deshaun Jackson, until the Patriots bye week, when they come together as a team and they figure out what's wrong on defense and then they come back and they disrupt the league, because I already know how the narrative's going to go, let's be real. Like, that's what's going to happen.
Probably.
Until they are proven otherwise, they do it every year, so we have to assume that's going to happen.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I expect Evans to have a multiple touchdown game. Like,
I'm cool with that.
Hey, I'll like it if he gets 5 touchdowns, as long as Deshaun doesn't get any.
Yes, let's keep talking. That's the way that I would really like that to go out. But I think Landry's putting up points like every week.
Tennessee is the worst team against opponents' receivers in the league right now.
Good.
They did.
Yeah, Landry's put up 20 points, 10 points, and then 10 points. I mean, even in a game that they played like shit against New Orleans, he had 10 points. He had 6 catches. So, I mean, he's as valuable as any wide receiver PPR-wise.
Devontae Adams died last week.
Devontae is dead, but they're saying that he might play too.
Oh, they called a stretcher out for this guy. Like,
yeah, it says that he may be able to suit up Sunday in Dallas.
I think the Packers just don't want to like make teams think
they don't want to show their hand.
Yeah, they're just bluffing. They're playing poker.
So let's theoretically say that Adams doesn't play then. So
Dawson Knox.
It'd have to be, yeah, so she'd have to switch out her flex. So she'd have to play either Chris Ivory or Shane Vereen. Ugh.
Didn't she also leave Snead in this week too?
She did.
It was inactive.
Yeah, and she won.
And she still pretty much killed him.
Yeah.
Too, but like.
Yeah, she's still
pretty confident play, Heather.
Yeah. You were just kind of gloating, rubbing it in, right? You're just like, hey, I don't even need to start another receiver. I'll just play this guy
who's ass anyways.
I'll just play Willie Snead, who's inactive, and I'll still be Luke.
In London too, so like Luke Holmes. Oh my God, I already have a player that scored 0 against me. It's not even like the 1 o'clock game starts.
I'm gonna win. Not. Let's see. Tight end. Say. This might be
I don't think Cook's that good. I think Cook had that one good game, but that was like against the Redskins. But honestly, Cook has not been anything since he's been in the league. In my mind, he's the same thing as Martellus Bennett. Everyone always hypes him up. He never does shit. Like,
I think he could be better with Manuel though than with Carr, because Manuel doesn't have the arm to throw it deep. It's like a Minnesota Vikings offense before Bradford broke out. Like they used to just do dinks, and Kyle Rudolph was a stud. But Kyle Rudolph is a great player though. I mean, he's not nearly as good as Cook, but I think Cook could be okay play.
Okay.
I think Ingram's a good start, in all honesty.
I like Ingram better though than Cook this week.
Yeah.
I would probably agree with that. And then flex, I've got Tyreek Hill.
She has to put Al Gore in, but I think Hill's better than Ivory or Vereen, whatever she's going to put. Hill, I think, will always have, like that floor of like 8 points. I think he's always going to get like 4 catches a game and whatever yards.
Yeah.
But he always can just break it out at one point. He can always take a catch to the house.
Yeah.
He's faster than
He's fast as fuck.
everyone else in the league.
Fast.
He's faster than Tom Brady, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right, who wins and why?
I think she really only has 2 players.
Who's that, Brady and Bell?
Yeah.
So you're saying I win?
But those 2 players might be good enough to. We just said
to just. Well, yeah.
Hey,
60 points from Brady.
I lost to
200 rushing yards.
I lost to Tyler by facing 3 players.
That's true. Yeah.
I think it depends on what you do for quarterback and how that helps you out. But I think I'll go bold here, Vaughn. I think you get a win.
Yay!
I think you get your second win.
2 in a row, baby.
I don't think it's that bold. I think you win easy.
You think I win easy?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
I have a feeling your quarterback play is going to be a good one, and I'll go for like 20 points.
I hope so.
I don't even know who it is. I just have a gut feeling that it's going to play out well.
I'll pick Heather because I always pick against myself, and when I win, I feel extra good.
All right.
So yeah, I'll pick you, Heather. Moving on, we've got making roster moves. The only 4-0 team in the league, playing against.
Soon to be
assuming this is Luke.
Yeah.
Heather Petchers.
Soon to be the Ross Corbett's.
Soon to be the Ross Corbett's. So immediately.
Do you think Luke's gonna make his team picture to Simon Ross has it?
That'd be a pretty funny move. That'd be really funny.
He totally should. Well, he's gonna have to pick up a quarterback as well. Hopefully, he doesn't get the one that I'm getting because Andrew Luck's not gonna play probably, and Simeon's on a bye.
Yeah, that's true.
So that might be a problem. Prescott against Green Bay at home. I think that's fine.
Yeah, he might have to put up a lot of points. like to stay on the game with Green Bay.
Yeah.
So I think it could be a decent play for him.
Running backs, we got McCaffrey at Detroit, Gordon at New York.
Did Gordon get hurt last game?
I think he was injured the game before.
He didn't really do anything last
No,
game.
he didn't do a whole lot. I think that's kind of why he didn't get
Because-
many carries.
Because I saw he had 22 yards at like
It's a
the end of
knee
the
injury or
second quarter,
something,
and
yeah.
then he finished with that, and I was like, really? Like
They may have just taken him out as a precautionary.
just because they were
but-
losing, or did they win or lose?
They
lost.
Yeah. Okay.
They're 0-4 as well.
The Chargers are going to be away the entire season. Like they,
Yeah.
like they play.
They're gonna
every
have a
game.
bad season.
Yeah,
it's
it
it's
was
gonna
bad.
be it's gonna be bad. So
Plus,
but
they're in a really tough division too.
yeah, definitely. But we got Stewart and Hyde for Luke. Hyde is gonna put up monster points
I agree.
Oh yeah,
against Indianapolis.
I
He's gonna
agree.
kill it.
Hyde's been a really good running back all year.
Hyde's been like Fournette. He's been consistent. Like you know what you're gonna get with him.
I think Hyde can match Gordon, or probably he's going to do better.
Yeah, I
than
think he'll
Gordon.
be better than Gordon.
Yeah, I
Like, it
think
really
so, too.
anything. I don't know how Gordon's going to go. Has the Lions played any running backs like McCaffrey yet? I guess Tevin Coleman.
Like a catching.
yeah, like one. That comes out
I
of
mean,
that.
Coleman did well against us.
Yeah, I'd say Tevin Coleman and David Johnson.
David
before he
Johnson
died.
was catching things. He was not running
Yeah.
Shane
well
Vereen?
against us. Shane Vereen didn't do shit.
Fuck you, Ross.
But Gerard Davis should. Gerard Davis, I expect he should play.
I would hope so. Well, he was like limited practice throughout all of last week, and he still didn't play. So that means that he's getting better. But I feel like they held him out just cause, like they didn't want to risk anything.
Yeah. I mean,
So I feel like he'll be able to play this Sunday.
It's nice to see him on the sideline jotting notes down.
Dude, I saw that. I was impressed by that.
What a good guy.
I liked that a lot.
Really putting the effort in. I like it.
Yeah,
I
like
liked that a lot.
So I think with Gerard Davis coming back, that like he obviously brings something completely different. Like he's just another key player on the Lions defense, which has been
Yeah.
really great so far this year.
Yeah.
But I could see McCaffrey. I don't think McCaffrey will get an explosive play, but he'll probably have like a lot of like dink passes.
Do you think he gets more points than Stewart?
I think
Yeah,
so.
I think he does.
I think just because of PPR, he probably does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wide receivers. Let's see. Oh, Ross is starting Will Fuller this week, huh? After the one good game where everyone had a good game.
I mean, was that the first game he played back?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, 1 for 1's a pretty good ratio.
it's 100%.
So, I mean, if he plays like that every game.
But Sunday night, Kansas City.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll see if Watson is for real.
He does have some buys though, so that's
That
probably
game.
why he's got Pryor and Michael Thomas on a buy.
Yeah.
So I would rather play him over Jermaine Kearse because Jermaine Kearse is on the Jets. So I'd probably rather play Fuller. But Cooper Kupp, he's been
Okay.
okay. I expected him to be a little better,
Did
but
you?
he had a good week. Yeah, he had a good week last week. 5 for 60 and a touchdown.
I mean, their offense has been great recently. Their
Yeah.
entire offense. I mean, if he's not doing that great now, it's hard to see him getting better than that.
Yeah.
If
I think
the offense
Watkins
is
has a
already
bounce
doing so.
back game for Luke.
I think so too.
Watkins is tough to read, man. It's like he'll either have a great game or it'll be a really bad game. It's really
What did he do last
He's really
week?
inconsistent.
He didn't do a
He had
whole lot.
one catch for 17 yards.
He didn't get that catch until like the end of the game too.
Yeah,
I think
Weird.
and they were winning. Like they were throwing.
Yeah,
the
like
ball
look at
all
the
over
catches
place.
here: 5 in game 1, 2, and then 6, and then 1.
I think
So this is the week that he's gonna do good.
Yeah,
I think
every other
Watkins
week.
does good.
Yeah,
every other week.
this is the week he does
Yeah.
well.
the Rams defense has been the defense and their offense. I feel like have been really good. I think
Yeah.
the Rams have always had the Seahawks number. Like
For the most part, yeah.
it's because like
They always played them tough, even when the Rams sucked.
they just push right
Now
through.
they're gonna kick their
Yeah,
ass.
right?
They'd
Yeah.
always play them tough until the very end, and then Marshawn would just fuck them right at the very end. Not bad.
Cobb, I think, is a good start.
Is he injured too or no?
No, he's back.
He came back.
He's
right?
back.
Yeah, I think Cobb's a good start, especially
Yeah,
with
he scored a touchdown last game.
Adams that shouldn't be playing.
Yeah,
Like,
I think Cobb.
Yeah, Cobb will be a good play. Alan Hearns, I'm not too crazy about.
No, me neither.
At Pittsburgh, he's a fucking jack.
I don't know. If I don't
the
know.
only Jaguar I would like to play is Fournette. That's
Yeah.
it.
I don't know if Benjamin's gonna have a good game because going against Slay.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I don't see Benjamin having a good
Plus,
game.
Benjamin's like a deep shot kind of guy only. Like, he
No.
basically gets his points from getting deep balls.
Yeah.
And they're not even for touchdowns. It's always like 45 yards and he gets tackled at the 2 or
Yeah.
something. Like, he just doesn't get the
Yeah.
last 2 yards. But
Yeah, Slay hasn't given up a
Slay's
touchdown
really
yet
good
this
at
year.
covering deep balls.
Yeah, he hasn't given up a touchdown yet this year, so I don't expect that to change against Calvin Benjamin because
No.
Calvin. I mean, he's all right, but
Yeah.
he's not. He's not someone.
honestly-
he's not a game changer.
Honestly, Funchess looked like their main threat anyway last
Funchess
time.
looked good last week.
Yeah.
He's kind of taken the role of like splitting outside when Olsen isn't there now. Like he's like
taking
the bigger
advantage.
guy.
Yeah,
he's
he's-
not necessarily a tight end, but he's in the same mold.
He's in the role of tight end, but he's still lined up as a receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of tight ends, this is actually a really good tight end matchup.
Yeah, it is.
With
Yeah,
Zach
it is.
Ertz against Arizona and Gronk against Tampa Bay. Both of those guys could put up some monster points too.
Gronk's obviously a stud, and then Ertz has been really
Ertz
good all
has
year.
been as consistent of a tight end.
I think Ertz is Wentz's favorite target.
Got 17 points, 14 points, 17 points, 13 points. So that's great.
That's
if you
great.
can get that out of a tight end, I'd take that any day.
Oh, for sure.
So, and yeah, Gronk going against Tampa Bay. I mean, Gronk's one of the better tight ends in the league anyways, but Tampa Bay's defense has been like, it's been on and off at this point. So
Yeah.
if it's one of those off games, Gronk could light it up.
Mm-hmm.
Flex, looks like Ross has Doug Martin in right now. We were kind of talking about him
I
earlier.
don't know. I don't know how good either of these flex matchups are.
We talk about Arizona running backs every fucking week.
I mean,
they're not worth playing.
I wouldn't like to play any of them,
Okay.
but if I had to play one, I would want to play Ellington just based on PPR. Like,
Yeah.
you play the guy who could get the catches,
Yeah,
in
like
my opinion.
14 targets or something. Like, yeah, a lot of targets.
Damn.
Arizona, I think, is the team in the NFL right now that's throwing the ball the most. I mean, it's pretty obvious since David Johnson's not there to run
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
But I think Carson Palmer is averaging the most pass attempts in the league right now.
His arm's gotta be so fucking sore.
Yeah.
What, like 48 now?
68. He's super old.
Larry's
Larry, go catch it.
out there with Walker.
Larry should just be in the Hall of Fame already.
He
Just
should,
put
dude.
him in.
He
Make him an
should.
active Hall of Fame member.
That'd be dope. I'm all for it. Okay.
That would actually be a pretty badass
He's
concept.
so cool.
Yeah, it would. Who wins?
All right, hold on. Let me make a plea here to Ross. All right, everyone in the league knows how much of a Giants fan I am. I'm clearly the biggest Giants fan out of everyone in this
Yeah,
league.
you saw that Odell Beckham catch live.
Yeah, I was there. I
Yeah.
mean, Ross came with me, but I had a +1.
Yeah.
And he was just in the vicinity. So, obviously, I'm a huge Giants fan, and they're struggling right now. They're 0-4. And I've come to the realization that they're 0-4 because Ross keeps winning. Ross, if you want the Giants to win, and win for me, the biggest Giants fan, you need to lose on purpose. It's the only way it's going to happen.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's it. That's what's going to happen. But you're going to win, and the Giants are going to lose. That's my prediction.
I'm kind of with you. I think Ross wins and the Giants lose. I like how we're predicting the fucking Giants game now. All right, who wins?
Great man.
The Giants
Giants beat the Chargers.
will lose.
Oh, okay.
The Chargers get their first win,
Okay.
and Ross is going to win.
Okay. All right.
So it's going to hold up.
All right.
0-5, 5-0.
Yep. Ross, you know what to do, man. Take the L. Hold that L and let the Giants take the dub this week. All right. This is the last one?
Yeah, I think it's the last
Okay.
matchup.
I'm pretty sure. We got Porta John, Buddy John against Patrick.
Both these teams struggling recently.
Yeah.
Surprising. I like Patrick's team. Like, I don't think Teddy's team, like,
He's got
in a
buys
war.
for days.
bad, but, like,
Yeah, he's
his
got-
buys are hurting him.
Matt Ryan, Anderson, his starting quarterback, his 2 starting running backs, and one of his receivers. That's rough. And he's got the Falcons defense and Matt Bryant on a bye as well, still in his starting lineup.
When I look at the roster he has in the lineup, though, right now, I don't see it being that bad.
Neither do I.
Even with all the buys, he's got pretty good depth. Patrick's team does, I think.
He does. I don't think Eli Manning's a great play by any means, but I think putting in someone like Jeremy Hill could be like a pretty
I
decent.
mean, James White gets catches too.
but and yeah,
Pretty close to
exactly.
tie game.
James White gets the
Bare
reception.
minimum, like
So
even without a touchdown.
yeah, and then of course he has Antonio Brown and Brandon Cooks. They've been really good.
Really great one.
I mean, Antonio didn't have a great week this past week, but that's because Le'Veon Bell just took the ball and Antonio had a temper tantrum, and
Yeah, dude, he was not having it.
no, he was pissed. But I think he'll have a bounce back game against Jacksonville. I think that's imminent. But on the other side, John's finally starting Jameis Winston, which is probably a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Smart move.
Should be a good
Jameis
play.
is I fully, like I said, I fully expect that Thursday night game to be pretty high scoring.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Like, what's the
Yeah.
spread? Because I would probably take the over.
I don't know. That would be that's a good question. I'll have to look
Both
that up.
teams should put up a lot of points. Just putting it that, like, both teams should put up a lot of points. It shouldn't matter.
Yep, I'm with you. Like I said earlier, Cohen's probably gonna have a shitload of points
Yeah.
this week.
Mm-hmm.
LaShawn going against Cincinnati
Yeah,
could
I think he could have a pretty good game.
could put up some points.
I just looked at the spread. The
Oh,
line's
what's-
55.5.
For the over under.
And the over, like the line is 55.
Oh,
the line
5.5.
5.5.
Oh,
So it's supposed to be a pretty high scoring game.
so they're saying New England's favored by 5.5.
Yeah.
I
I feel
might,
bad.
I might take Tampa Bay in that
I
one.
mean, you predicted them to win outright, so you probably should.
Yeah, I would expect
I'm picking New England.
I feel bad for the people that had money on the Kansas City Redskins game. Like,
Oh,
everyone,
right,
everyone who did the
recovery.
under, everyone who did the under is probably like, fuck.
Yeah. Yep. That was crazy.
I'll be so pissed if I was in Vegas for multiple reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
So because of that, Cook should have a pretty big game too, being
Probably.
high-scoring.
Probably.
Um,
I would
I think
imagine.
that's somebody I think should have a pretty good game against Green Bay.
How's he been this year?
He's been okay.
He's got
It's been like
6,
it's been
18.
touchdown or bust pretty much.
Yeah, 6, 18, 9, and 14.
It's been like
So-
when he gets a touchdown, it's decent. When he doesn't, it's not
Not
great.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
Larry is the GOAT.
Yeah, Larry's a beast. Keenan Allen's been good all year.
Yeah, I'm
He's getting a lot of
surprised.
catches.
I'm surprised his ACL hasn't torn yet.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this is the year
This
that,
is
that he makes it through.
maybe.
If so, it was a great pick.
He's put up double-digit fantasy points each week, so he's probably going to get that again against the Giants. Because obviously they're going to lose. They're gonna
And
go
Brian referenced last week Pierre Garçon, how much he loves him as a flex play, pretty much. every
Garcon
week.
is a good flex play.
I think he's gonna have a pretty good week too. I mean, just because they have to target someone on that offense.
Yeah.
And Shanahan, I feel, has always been pretty good with like getting his receivers open.
Mm-hmm.
And even when he was in Washington, he used Garcon too.
Yeah, that's
So, like-
true. Good point. Tight ends. We all know how much you love Martellus Bennett. Like I said earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need Martellus Bennett. I would rather play Rudolph in all honesty. But Cameron Brate, I think he had a touchdown last week, right? He had a good week.
Yeah,
I mean,
he had a good week last week
How
on
much-
John's bench.
OJ Howard had a good
Do you-
game too, which is kind of
How,
weird.
long, how
He
much
did.
longer do you think until Howard possibly becomes their number one tight end?
It's only a matter of time.
You think so? You think it's going to be this season?
No,
I don't think it'll be this season.
no,
either.
I think it'll be next year.
I think Brady will be the
next
guy
year
the
will be
whole
the
year.
year.
I'm guessing, but I mean, he'll probably get a decent amount of targets still throughout.
He had a deep touchdown, or not really deep. It was more so broken coverage, but
Yeah.
it was like 60 whatever yards.
He was wide
touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was wide open.
The first
So, yeah, those buys are gonna hurt Patrick. But who wins? I guess, and why?
I think this is going to be the closest game out of the whole bunch, if I'm being honest.
I can see that.
But I'm going to go with John, just because I think he's more stable across the board with his players.
Yeah, I think John's gonna win too. I don't think it's gonna be that close though.
No.
No, I think Cohen's gonna put up a lot of points, and his receivers are better than Patrick's, albeit not by a whole lot. But I think that his receivers have good matchups. So I am going to pick John.
As much as I hate it, I've been like pretty high on Patrick's team
Mm-hmm.
like all season, and I still think they're really good. So I think they're actually going to win. I think Patrick is going to get the win against John. I think he just has to find the right kicker, the right defense. Hopefully, he doesn't take the defense I want to pick up.
Hopefully, it doesn't take the kicker. I want to pick up. Oh.
Dude, I feel like this is the week of, like, a lot of people are finally having to change kickers.
They're like, oh shit. All right. I will say, I had Sterling on my roster at the beginning of last week, and then I dropped him.
What keeps happening with you picking up kickers and allowing it before waivers go through? It's happened twice, right?
Wait, what?
Did I have him Sterling?
No. Didn't it happen, like 3 weeks ago? You were like, I don't know what happened.
With Giorgio?
I tried to pick up a guy. Didn't it happen last week too? Where, like, it accidentally went through before waivers?
No, I think I woke up, and I picked up Sterling, like, right after.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I, like, woke up, like, pretty, like, I've been waking up, like, early, like, who did I jump?
Oh, okay. That's how you get on top of it.
Who for him? Let's check waivers.
For him. You got the alarm set. Waiver wire went through. Oh, yeah, baby. Fuck.
I go,
Yep. Oh, that's a good pickup. All right. So, okay, so you're saying Patrick.
I'm
though.
saying Patrick.
All right, and we're both going John. All right. That was the last matchup.
That was our episode.
So
That's it for
that
this
is our
week.
third episode of Fantasy Sports Teams Go. We'll be back next week, and if this publisher keeps fucking with us, then I'll probably do the recap on the podcast for next week as well. But all right, Brian, I'll let you click out of this.
Pray for Vegas, right?
Pray for Vegas.
That was
Thoughts and
terrible.
prayers, and we'll see you next week.